Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. Today, we're going to be going over Dragons of the Legend, the booster set, or whatever you guys want to call it. Instead of going over the, I want to say, quote-unquote, controversial cards, one card at a time, I just figured I'd wait until, the booster set gets released, and I'll just review the booster set. Duh. That's why I haven't did a review on Soul Charge or any of those other cards coming out, because I'm going to do them now. So let's get on to it. Brand new cards from Yu-Gi-Oh!, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. This pack is equivalent to the OCG's Collector's Pack Duelist of Legend version. Card introduces cards used by Yami Yugi, Raphael, Jaden Yuki, Zane Truesdale, Cyrus Truesdale. Wait, Zane and Cyrus are related? Okay, I don't know 5Ds. Chumley Huffington, Alexis Rhodes, Bastian, however you say his name, Franz, Yusei Fudo, Tetsu Truds, Crow Hogan, Yuma, Sure, Anna, Kaboom, Nash, Vector, and Girag. New cards for the Guardian, Noble Arms, Blackwing, Fusion, Royd, Number C, Wing Karibo, Rank Up archetypes. Also includes the first support for Dark Magician and Stardust archetypes. That being said, Dark Magician and Stardust are now officially an archetype. Great. Let's get down to the list. It contains 21 secret rares, 30 super rares, 5 cards per pack, 4 super rares, 1 secret rare. Pretty good. Its debut is on April 25th, which is the reason why we're doing this set review. Basically going over this set for the first time, just as much as I hope you guys are seeing this for the first time and just decided to wait. Oh no, the TheCaliEffect, his opinion is everything, so I just wanted to wait. I really appreciate the people that ever thought about that, if you guys even thought like that. So let's go over Legendary Knight Timaeus, because, I mean, come on, it's Timaeus. Cannot be normal summoned set. Must be special summoned by Legend of the Heart and cannot be special summoned by other ways. If this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up spell or trap card on the field, banish that target. When this card is targeted for an attack, you can set one spell card from your graveyard, or you can target one spell card from your graveyard, set that card. That's okay, I guess. Matter of fact, 2800 attack, 1800 defense. What does Legend of Heart do? That's going to be the real deal breaker. Legend of Heart. Pay 2,000 life points and tribute 1 warrior type monster. Banish up to 3 legendary dragon spell cards with different names from your hand or graveyard. And if you do, special summon a number of legendary knight with the different names from your hand, deck, or graveyard equal to the number of spell cards you banish. You can only activate 1 Legend of the Heart once per turn. Now this is obviously a card, and like I said, Timaeus is going to be dedicated for a deck, because that is a lot. And a lot of stuff. You have to pay 2,000 life points and tribute a warrior monster, then banish legendary dragon spell cards. That's a lot of work, but I'm interested to see the type of deck that comes out with it. If as soon as we get it on Devpro, I'll start messing with it, because it does seem extremely interesting. Curry Bandit. I heard this card was amazing too. Now, Curry Bandit was used during Raphael, from what I remember. During the end phase, if this card was normal summon this turn, you can tribute this card. Excavate the top 5 cards from your deck. Then add 1 excavated spell or trap card to your hand. Also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. What the fuck? What? This card's amazing. This card's nothing less... Okay, I'm using this in Psychic. Sure. Summon Curry Bandit? It's fine. Oh. Activate its effect? Excavate 5? Sure. Let's put all those in the graveyard. I don't need to add a spell or trap card to my hand. I just need to mill 5 of my psychic monsters to the graveyard, set up some combos. That being said, I still can add a spell or trap card. It's practically a mini Lightsworn monster. It's a level 3, so it's a crane target. Just too strong. This card is just really, really good. Emulate Dragon, sure. I might actually go over every single card in this set, just because everything seems pretty good. It's a Dragon Fusion. It requires 1 Dark Magician, 1 Dragon type monster. I'm really liking this. Must be fusion summoned with the above fusion material monsters or with eyes Timaeus, and that can be special summoned by other ways. If this card is special summoned, target any number of spell cards in any graveyards. Banish those targets. And if you do, this card gains 100 attack for each banished by this effect. If this card is destroyed, you can target 1 spellcaster monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. I love this card. I love this card. I just love it. I want everything from this set, because I'm going to build a Dark Magician deck. That just sealed the icing on the cake for me. I'm building a Dark Magician deck. So strong. Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. What does she require? I remember doing a video on her, and I was like, yeah, I'll follow up, and then I just figured I'll do it on Dragons of Legends. Must be fusion summon, blah, 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 or with Eye Tamias. I'm pretty sure you guys are getting the point of that. Cannot be special summon, in other words. During either player's turn, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, target one face-up card, destroy that target. Not really a bad effect, but it requires you to play Dark Magician Girl. Granted, now Elemental Hero Prisma can now send Dark Magician Girl, which isn't that bad. And then Eye of Tamias is ran at 3, so, you know, I'm still excited. The Eye of Tamias. Let's see what this card actually does. Alright. This card is always treated as Legendary Dragon Tamias. Interesting. Target one Dark Magician monster you control. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck. Okay, so it's the polymerization. You can only activate one Tamias per turn. So if I have Dark Magician on field, I activate that card and immediately special summon the fusion monsters. Pretty lazy, but hey, gets the job done. I don't think anybody's going to really use polymerization. And since they're all dragons, I need Dragon's Mirror. I need that card. I need that. I need that. I need that. Berserker Soul, another highly appraised card. Now, when a monster you control inflicts 15 or less damage to your opponent by a direct attack, discard your entire hand, minimum 1. Whoa. Excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a monster card, send it to the graveyard. If you do that, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Then repeat this effect up to 7 more times until you excavate a non-monster card. If a non-monster card is excavated, place it on top of your deck. You can only use one Berserker Soul once per turn. Okay, pretty bad. Just because you have to discard your whole hand. I don't care what anybody says. You have to discard your whole hand, and you have to attack with a monster that inflicts 1,500 or less damage to your opponent by a direct attack. If this card sees any play in Sylvans, I don't know what to tell you about that Sylvan player. Just because it requires you to discard your whole hand, and that's basically advantage. I don't care if you could hit up to 4,000 damage and then still at the same time excavate Sylvan cards. Just not worth it. Relay Soul. Why am I going through all of these cards? Because they're so amazing. Oh, I read this card actually this morning. I'm sorry, YouTube. Special summon one monster from your hand. As long as you control that face-up monster, you can take no damage. If the monster leaves the field, your opponent wins the duel. I love this card just because it's so bad. Like, that's just... If you special summon one monster from your hand, that's a neg 1. And then, as soon as it leaves the field, your opponent wins the duel. I can't even tell you how that card would ever be good unless you're going for something really derpy. Guardian Iatos. Why is Guardian Iatos in here? Yeah, it's the same Guardian Iatos. Well, I'm assuming it's in here because, well, you know, the other one's in here. That's fine. Guardian Dread Scythe. Okay, so, never mind. That's why it's in here. Do we have the regular effect? Okay, cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by its own effect. It cannot be special summoned by other words. If a face-up Guardian Iatos is destroyed by battle or by a card effect that sends to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is special summoned, you can equip one Reaper Dread Scythe from your deck to this card. You cannot normal summon or special summon monsters, but you can normal set. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, send one card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon this card from your graveyard. It's pretty dope. Not even gonna lie. Guardians are back, guys. Guardians are back. Oh, and I need the Celestial Sword. Let's go over the Celestial Sword first. Going through so many cards because this is so good. This card is always treated as a Noble Arms card. What the... Really? Why? Just why? Why would it have to be a Noble... It's not even... Oh, whatever. I don't care. The equipped monster gains 500 attack. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one Guardian Iatos you control. It gains 500 attack for each currently banished. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. And I guess it's a Noble Arms card, so it's somewhat searchable. So, Noble Arms Guardian Iatos deck, maybe? Reaper Dread Scythe. What is this, a Noble Arms card too? Okay, good. Equip only to Dread Scythe. It gains 500 attack for each monster in either graveyard. Okay, that's not great, but still, when you add on to how good the card is, so... This is another one of the cards that people have been talking about. Guarded Treasure. Guarded Treasure, yeah, that. Activate by discarding 5 cards. Right there, the card should be stupid. It should be bad. It's a cost to discard those 5 cards. It's bad. Just to let you guys know. Draw 2 cards. Kind of like a bad Graceful Charity. Discard 5, draw 2. I mean, you could... I mean, if you do use it and you can discard 5 cards at any given point of the game and you have the resources, go ahead and do it. And if your opponent doesn't happen to Typhoon you, you won't lose the game over, what, turn 3 by the time you get advantage back? And over time, it'll just be able to steamroll your opponent. But it's not a bad card. I just don't think... A lot of people... Excuse me. A lot of people have been hyping this set. And certain cards in this set, like, it is the shit. This card is not the shit. I can tell you guys that right now. While this card is on your field, draw 2 cards instead of 1 for your normal draw during your draw phase. Not bad, but still, like I said, it's not, oh my god, it's broken. Soul Charge. Now, this is the card everybody's been talking about. I couldn't help but not read its effect the way people have been talking about it. Target any number of monsters in your graveyard, special summon them. And if you do, you lose 1,000 life points for each monster special summoned by this effect. You cannot conduct your battle phase this turn. You activate this card. You only can activate 1 Soul Charge per turn. Now, I've seen a couple of scenarios where Soul Charge is just outright dumb. One of them being the 2-card Quasar, where if you have Lone Fire, you go Lone Fire, special summon Dandy, then Soul Charge, both the Lone Fire blocks, and then you proceed to go on Quasar from there, which is practically a 2-card Quasar. Now, this is what's going to lead me to be. Since it is a 2-card Quasar combo, something needs to be addressed. Konami's not going to address the Soul Charge, unless they actually have brains. Or they're not going to address the Lone Fire, because Lone Fire gives them Sylvan support. So guess who's going to get banned? Quasar. Which is extremely stupid, because as you guys can see, if you read Soul Charge's effect, it's a pretty dumb effect. It shouldn't exist. Just because it enables Quasar to be so broken, we've already hit cards to make Quasar a lot less broken. We put Rekindling the 1. We've done so many things to make Quasar not broken, because it's not Quasar's fault. Quasar, in theory, requires a lot, and I mean a lot of work to summon. With Soul Charge, it becomes a 2-card summon. So what's the problem? Not Lone Fire, not Quasar. Soul Charge. That is the problem. But knowing Konami, they're going to hit the Quasar, because that's just Konami. Man, I can't even say. Quasar didn't do no wrong to nobody. He did nothing wrong to anybody. Why? Free my nigga Quasar. Why? I mean, he ain't even in jail yet, but we already know what's going to happen. Damn it, Soul Charge, you have one job. Not a bad card. It is pretty broke. I'm not going to deny that it's pretty broke, but I still, at this second, don't think it's going to live up to its expectations. People are hyping the living daylights out of the card. It's not as much as what people hype it as. Sabadio, the Philosopher's Stone. I like this card already. I don't like this card. The Philosopher's Stone is a red. You have a face-up winged Creeble monster in your graveyard. Pay half your life points. Already don't like it. Add 1 Polymerization spell card or 1 Fusion spell card from your deck to your hand, except Diffusion Wave Motion. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish 3 copies of Sabadio, the Philosopher's Stone from your graveyard. Target 1 monster on the field. It gains attack equal to the attack of the monster on the field with the highest attack of your choice if tied until the end phase of the turn. Interesting. Very interesting. It's just an interesting card. That's all I really can say about the card. It has a lot of potential to be something gimmicky, but it is a very interesting card. Instant Fusion, GX. I don't understand. Blitz Fusion. Struggle. Fusion, summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as fusion materials destroyed during the end phase. Using fusion monsters you control as fusion. Okay. That's pretty bad. There's nothing else to say about it. So I can polymerization. I can attack, then polymerization, and attack again. I mean, we've already seen that that's not really amazing. And then the fusion monster is destroyed. Maybe I'm not looking at something right, because if you do go into Shining, at least you get something back. But it's still like, it's not so amazing. Battle Fusion. Oh my god, all these fusion stuff. I'm going through all these cards. When an attack is declared involving a fusion monster you control an opponent's monster, your opponent monster gains attack equal to the attack of your monster gains attack until the equal to the attack of your opponent's monster until the end of the damage step. Pretty bad. Konami's really trying to put up fusions. Why not just run cards like Forbidden Lands to get over your threat? Because that's what's going to happen. So, Final Fusion. I'm assuming this card's going to be broken. During either player's battle step, when a fusion monster you control battles an opponent's fusion monster. Already bad, I'm sorry. Target both fusion monsters. Negate the attack. And if you do, each player takes damage combined to the fusion monster's attacks. Combined to both the fusion monster's attacks. I doubt that if you're playing fusions, your opponents will be playing fusions. And if you do, I doubt that you'd want to take that much damage. Just, that's how it is. There might be some broken cards in here, but as I'm going through it, no. Pair Cycloroid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 2 machine-type monsters with the same name. This card can attack your opponent directly. Interesting. You know what's the funny thing? It's an instant fusion target. That's interesting. I don't even know what to say about this card. It's just interesting. Just interesting. I love you, Konami. Why? You make cards like this so good. Yeah, put my Cyber Stein out of use. Ayers Rock Sunrise. Uh-oh. I don't really like the name of that card. Target one beast monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. And if you do, all monsters your opponent controls lose 200 attack for each beast, plant, winged beast monster currently in your graveyard. You can activate one Ayers Rock return. So a monster reborn for beast monsters. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, how much more stuff do we have to go? Oh, this is a relatively small set. Only 51 cards. I mean, if you guys really don't want to see me go through the cards, I mean, hey, if you can guess what card I'm going through, you'll be fine. When your opponent monster attacks a face-up attack position monster you control, make that attack a direct attack instead, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack target you control. In addition, the monster you control can attack your opponent directly during your next turn. What the hell? It's just a lot of direct attacking going on with this. I kind of like it, and then it's like, yeah. Double passe. Yeah, okay. Carbon Nondon. Whatever. Ooh. It's a dinosaur. Finally, dinosaur support. This card battles a fire monster during damage calculation against a 1,000 attack. Bad. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon level 7 or lower dragon, normal monster from your hand, deck, or deck and face up a defense position. Okay, this card is just not great. I wish it were a dragon, but then if it were a dragon rulers are just, oh my god, they love this. Heretic. I'm pretty sure somebody will find a way to make this just good. On here, it actually is supposed to special summon Haryanzo, but you already know Haryanzo isn't like pretty good at all. Mathematician, another card everybody's been talking about, and a really good card. I need 3 of them. When this card is normal summon, you can send one level 4 or lower monster from your deck to the graveyard. When this card is destroyed from battle and sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. This card is the best card of the set so far. Better than Soul Charge. This card is another card trooper. I think this card, the difference between this card and the difference between this card and Soul Charge is that Soul Charge does, if Konami is ever smart, have some chance of being hit. Mathematician, never. Mathematician is a solid card to get, whether you're buying and selling or you just want cards to be able to play for a long time. It's a really solid card. So Mathematician has been named the best card of the set so far. Raw's Disciple. It better do it, Ring Dragon of Raw. Yes, it does. It looks like it. Oh my god. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 2 Raw Disciple from your hand or deck. Cannot be tribute summoned except for a tribute summon of Obelisk, Slifer, or Raw. You cannot special summon monsters except for Raw's Disciple. I love this card. Egyptian God card support. Oh my god. So strong. I don't care if it's bad. It's still so cool to have this. It's just really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go back. That's dope. That actually made me happy. Mound of the Bound Creator. Okay? That does have to do with Creator. Level 10 or higher monsters on the field cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. For level 10 or higher monster on the field, destroys the monster by the graveyard. The player who controls the destroyed monster takes 1,000 damage. When this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect that sits in the graveyard, you can add 1 divine monster from your deck to your hand. Basically, add an Egyptian God card to your hand. A couple other things you can add. I guess you could add... No, this Egyptian God card. I thought it said level 10 for a second, but divines are only Egyptian God card. I like this card. I like this card a lot. Shooting Star. Something to do with Stardust. If a Stardust monster is on the field, target 1 card on the field, destroy that target. Pretty bad. I'd rather just run Smashing Ground or Raigeki Break or something like that. Now we go into the Blackwing support. Hopefully we have something good in here. This one looks ugly. And it's a tuner. It's a level 1 tuner. You control a Blackwing monster, blah blah blah. You can special summon this card from your hand. Finally, we get another Blackwing like that. You can only special summon that card once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a synchro material monster, you can target 1 monster on the field, change its battle position. That effect is pretty bad. That's not a good card at all. I was hoping something good for it until I read that second part of the fact. Blackwing Steam the Cloak. Please be good. You look retarded, but please be good. If this face-up card leaves the field, special summon one Steam token. If this card is in your graveyard, you can tribute one monster. Special summon this card from your graveyard. You can only use the effect Blackwing Steam once per turn. If this card was summoned this way, uses a synchro serial monster, all of the monsters must be Blackwing. I don't see anything good with it right now. It definitely seems like it has potential. At the very least, I'd try it out. Hurricane the Tornado. Mixed reviews on this whole set. Once per turn, you can target one synchro monster on the field. This card becomes the same attack. Why couldn't we have this card a long time ago? This card would have been amazing a long time ago. Searchable by Whirlwind, 0 attack, 0 defense, clash into a Stardust, clash into a Thought Ruler, clash into Bryonic. I mean, it wouldn't have been that bad since we could have summoned that, special summoned Boar or something, then just ran over him. But now it's just like, okay, sure. Not so great. Blackwing stuff, you're not impressing me. Blackwing Sonic. When your opponent's monster declares an attack on a Blackwing monster you control, banish all face-up attack monsters your opponent controls. If you control exactly 3 Blackwing monsters and no other monsters, you can activate this from your hand. This card's mediocre at best. I know it seems really good, but you also have to remember you have to control a face-up Blackwing monster to activate it. That's something you don't really want to be relying on. If you control exactly 3 Blackwing monsters and no other monsters, you can activate it from your hand, which I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I can't remember a time where I've controlled exactly 3 Blackwing monsters and no other monsters. If I'm controlling 3 Blackwing monsters, I'm probably hitting for game. I just don't think it's a card that's needed. Blackwing Revenge. If a Winged Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon 2 Black Crest tokens. What is up with this token thing that Blackwings are getting? That's pretty bad. Shadow Impulse. Assault Dog, Gate Blocker, and Wire Trap is supposed to be replacing 7 tools from what I hear. Shadow Impulse. When a synchro monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, target one of those synchro monsters. Special summon your extra deck one synchro monster with the same level and type as the monster but a different name. You can only use one Shadow Impulse once per turn. Not a bad card. I don't think this is a bad card at all. Assault Dog. Hell no. I just know what it is. It's an Assault Mode Activate card. I don't like those cards at all. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon any number of Assault Dogs from your deck. Okay. Alright, good. Very good. I'm very happy that it's not an assault support like that. Gate Blocker. Negate the effects of an opponent's field spell cards. Your opponent cannot place counters on the field. Your opponent cannot target other monsters you control for card effects. I love this card. I don't know why, but I'm going to hoard this card. Because it's a fact. It's just like, it's so out there. It's going to hit one deck and it's going to hit it hard. So that's why I like this card. And then Wire Tap, which supposed to be better than 7 tools. When a trap card is activated, negate the activation, and if you do, shuffle that card to the deck. Okay, it's not that much better. It's not that much better at all. I thought it was going to be like a lot more to it. Yeah. And then actually, here it is. Until they draw that card, your opponent cannot activate the effect of another card with the same name. That part would have just made the card just like, oh my god, it's good. But right here, it does negate the card. And it doesn't require 1,000, but it shuffles it into the opponent deck. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that. Back to Dragons of the Legends, Lionheart Locomotive, Express Train, Construction, Train Connection. I'm assuming this is Hemorrhoid support. Lionheart the Locomotive. When this card declares an attack, its attack becomes half its original attack until the end of the damage step. Whoa, that's a lot of attack. 2,400 4 stars. Not bad. It's a nice card. Nothing really good. Oh, it's a train deck. Haha. An XC monster that was summoned using this card as a material gains 800 attack. Okay. I just like the way it looks in its attack. I think I have a love for trains. I didn't even know. When your opponent monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, this card becomes the attack target. And you proceed to damage calculation. This card cannot be destroyed in battle. What kind of shit is that? You special summon it, and then your opponent has to attack it. But then it says this card cannot be destroyed by battle. I like it though. It's a pretty nice card. I'm going to need those. And Train Connection. Equip only to an Earth Machine type monster by banishing 2 level 10 or higher Machine type monsters from your graveyard. What the hell? It cannot be equipped by other ways. The attack becomes double its original attack, and if it attacks a fence position monster, inflict piercing. Other monsters you control cannot attack. Very interesting card, because I have to banish 2 level 10 Machine type monsters, and I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that. Abyss, see, we're almost done. Abyss Splash, Abyss Supra, Quick Magic, Chimera, all the rank up stuff. All the rank stuff. I think this is the one I like. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, double this card's attack until your opponent's end phase, but any battle damage your opponent takes is half for the rest of the turn. I like this card. It's not a bad card. I like this card a lot. Just because I just like it. I don't know why. Now, this is the rank up for it. It looks badass. I'm not even going to lie. If a monster your opponent controls battles an opponent's monster, you can detach 1 material from this card. Once per battle, the battling monster gains attack equal to the attack of the opponent monster during the damage step only. If Abyss Splash is XC material, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. I like the way this card looks, and I like the way it is. Don't know why. Mainly because it has Abyss in its name. I think we can use that. Target 1 number monster you control except a number C monster. Special summon 1 extra from your extra deck 1 number C monster with the same number in its name on that target but 1 rank higher by using it as XC material. Okay, I'm not liking this rank up magic stuff. It's getting better and better. Ooh, that card looks really cool. I love the way that card looks. Man. 3 or more level 6 monsters. I don't want to use or more. Sure. This card gains 1,000 attack for each material. Ah, crap, it has 0 attack. And if this card attacks at the end of the damage step, you can detach 1 XC material from this card. This card can attack again. I like that. At the end of the battle phase, you can pay half your life points and target 2 cards in either player's graveyard. Place 1 of them on the top of the deck, and if you do, attach the other as a material. Haha! I just like this card. I want it. Just because I like it. And it's number 5. Number 5. Kind of like number 5 from Kids Next Door. And then rank up Admire Des 1000. Target 1 or more XC monsters in each graveyard, all the same rank. Special summon from your extra deck, number C, CXC, that is rank higher than those monsters. I'm not even going to lie, guys. You guys can explain that to me because I didn't feel like reading it. It's a rank up card. I'm sorry. When I see rank up cards, I'm just like... So Magic Hand, Fire Hand, Ice Hand... Oops. Magic Hand, Ice Hand, Fire Hand, Prominence Hand, Giant Hand, Lilybot, and Rising Sun Slash. That's going to wrap up the set. Can't really believe we went through the whole set in how much time? 27 minutes. Pretty sure you guys are not going to want to watch this. Or you guys are. I don't know. When your opponent adds cards from their deck to their hand except by drawing them, you can send that cards to the graveyard. And if you do, inflict 800 to your opponent. This card can only be used once while it's face up on the field. It's alright. Fire Hand. When this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 monster they control, destroy that target, then you can special summon 1 Ice Hand from your deck. Okay, that's annoying. Pretty sure Ice Hand destroys back row. Blah, blah, same thing when it's in your possession. Destroy, target 1 spell card, then summon Fire Hand. That is annoying. That right there is already annoying, and I want them. Prominence Hand. If you control a Magic Hand, Fire Hand, Ice Hand, you can special summon this card from your hand. So do I get to special summon my hand? Sure, okay. You guys can get the pun, I guess. Giant Red Hand. If this card has a number monster as a material, it gains this effect. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated on the field, detach 1 XC material from this card, and if you do, negate the effects of all face-up monsters currently on the field until the end of the turn. Okay, hands. I'm not playing a hands deck. And then Lilybot. When this card is normal summon or flip face up, you can target 1 Orbital 7 from your graveyard, special summon that target in face up defense position. Once per turn, you contribute any number of machine monsters, special summon the same number of Photon Galaxy monsters from your hand. Whoa, that card's just linking a whole bunch of decks together, and I'm not willing to look it up. Wait, never mind. I thought it was linking the Googly Eyes deck, whatever, but oh well. this card's interesting. It's an extremely interesting card. And then the last card of the set, Rising Sun Slash. And the only thing I had to read was Equipped to Utopia. If you guys would like to read this card effect, feel free to look it up yourselves. Why? Because I hate Utopia. Well, I really enjoyed having you guys here for this huge set review, which I actually went over every card. I'm pretty surprised that I did. Let me know what you guys think. What's a sleeper card in here? I really don't want to hear a lot about Soul Charge just because I've been hearing so much about it since it came out. So I want to hear about the other cards in the set and what other cards do you think will be really good. But thank you guys for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy.